Oh, hey, you're there again. Hey, I didn't see you there. I'm just playing some Guthrie. We're done with physical education now. Now we're playing some Guthrie. So, to sound like Guthrie, here's what you do. You got your 8-string. No, you got your guitar. Yeah, you got. I mean, what's Guthrie's new signature? Is it like humbucker? Is it 2 humbuckers? Or is it 2 humbuckers in a single? Anyway, if you have a Guthrie govan signature lying around, just gathering dust, you can pick that bad boy up and use that. But if you don't, that's fine, because it tones in the hands. That's what they say anyway. So Guthrie, what does Guthrie do? I can't play like Guthrie. I can kind of sound like Guthrie. He does a lot of like... he does a lot of these like microtonal bends. So instead of going, he does that. So he's sort of, so what I'm doing there is I'm just playing the note, bending up, and then sliding up really quick. And he does a lot of that as well, where he'll do a bend and cut it off. A lot of that kind of stuff, His bending is quite unique. He's got like quite a bluesy style to it. So that's like some of the different bluesy stuff you can do to sound like Guthrie.
Hi.
That's alright. And then what else does he do? What else should I talk about? What does Guthrie do? Like, what's his... He kind of does everything, doesn't he?
He does a bit of tapping, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, cameraman. So you can do it. You can learn his signature, which I haven't really practiced it much, so I can't do it too well. But you're just taking an arpeggio, playing it all on one string, then moving it up an octave to another string. So say we've got this B minor 7 arpeggio here, 5, 7, 10, 14. So in harmonic terms,
Did the jolly guitarist and doing more jolly bass?
In a harmonic context, that would be our minor 7, our root, our minor third, and our 5th. So he does that, but then he'll move it up to, he'll skip over the A string, onto the D string, like that. So he's playing the same notes.
Is this wonderful slippery thing, tapping?
He uses this idea in Wonderful Slip.
Okay, we're just doing an idea.
This isn't the exact same arpeggio though.
Okay.
I can show that one though.
No, we'll just do this one.
Yep. So D string, and then what you can do is you can move it up to the B string, which is you'd be moving up. Rather than 2 frets, you'd be moving up 3 frets. What you can do is skip over the B string, go straight to the E, then you're playing the same frets as the low E. Yeah, I haven't practiced it much.
Shall we try a tapping thing like that altogether?
Yeah, I need to practice it more really. I can't do it that fast. That's the idea though anyway. You can practice that and get it really fast, and it sounds like a saxophone when you do it really fast. Because that's what Guthrie wanted to sound like. Because he listened to a lot of sax players. Saxophone players.
Kind of does sound like a saxophone, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's because he didn't like the... He's not a big fan of that because he says it sounds too. It sounds too rigid. So he wanted to make something that sounded a bit more bubbly and fluid. That's what he's doing.
I showed them that. Is it the waves pattern or
Sevens? I don't have my headband. If I had my headband, I'd do it. But
there you go.
oh, thank you.
So you get your cameraman, point his finger across the strings. Do you want to show them how to do this?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself how I do it. Okay, well the basic idea is you're going 23 on the high E, 21 on the B, 18 on the high E, 16 on the B. And then you're moving down, then you're going 21 on the B, 20 on the G, then 16 on the B, 15 on the G. And then you're going the fuck is this? 20 on the G to there'll be 18 on the D. Then you go in 15 on the G, 13 on the D. What you can do is you can move this right hand, you can move down one fret. And that's what he does in the song. I think the full pattern goes. You notice how sometimes I'm going down to the 22nd? I can't remember how he explained it harmonically, but one of these has a more suspended sound and the other one has a more... I would say this one sounds a little bit more suspended and tense, tiny bit. That one feels a little bit...
What about the main riff in this song?
You mean the... that?
Yeah.
That's just a F power chord here on the first fret of the low E. Slide up to the 3rd fret, and you play that. So you slide up, then you hit the G power chord, and then it's so that's 5 on the G, 6 on the B, 6 on the E, and then you got this octave thing going on. That's 3 on the A, 5 on the G. So you're not playing the D string, you're just doing the octave. So you're just sliding up a whole step, and then you're going down to the 1st fret here. So far we've got it, and then it goes. Simple wants to play. He wants me to play.
We'll play in the momentum. Wait.
And then, so you just do him slide again, but instead of playing this twice, you play it once. No, there you go. And then instead of going, you do that. So you just go, and you're kind of muting them in between. Gives it a more staccato sound. Staccato, however you say it.
I think legato.
Legato's I like that. like that. Legato is like a more fluid sound. Staccato is where you sound like when something sounds more less fluid and more standalone. I don't know how to explain it. That's where I think they come from Italy though. Those notes. I think that's the whole riff though. So you can play that up until the tapping bit, or you can do the leads that he does. So I'd say this is all centered around G minor, G Dorian, because you're starting off with this 5th fret on the B, bending up to the 6th fret there. So what I'm doing there is when I'm reaching this note, I'm sort of playing it again, and I'm bending back down, releasing to the 3rd fret of the B, and then so you're just bending fret 7 of the G there. So there I'm just going. I'm doing a really quick legato run there. And that's just a bend from the 5 up to the 7. You can sometimes, with this song specifically, sometimes because there's such long bends, sometimes I bend downward. Which is like, I don't know why I do that. It's a weird habit that I've only got this with this song. Anyway, then it goes fret 8 of the G, high Simba. 8 of the G. Yeah, 8 of the G. And then you got that little lick. That's 7 on the D, 8 on the G again, 7 on the B.
Simba, on your bed. On your bed.
When you get to the 7 of the B, you go. Something like that. So bending, sliding down to the 3rd fret of the B. So you're just doing a little trill there, and then you're coming down to the 1st fret. I think you can do it. Oh yeah, that's what I usually do, is because there's a lot of tension on the 1st fret. I find it easier to do it on the 5th fret here. So similar legato run there. So that's like the whole first part of the leads he does in there, isn't he? I think I'm hitting the wrong. I'm not really sure what the note is there that you meant to slide. But it's so fast, you can't really hear on the recording. It's just kind of. You meant to. You got to sound like a sort of like a drunk, like a big elephant. Imagine a big sort of elephant, and he's drunk and he's clumsy. That's what you want to be like when you're playing this song. Like you don't want to be. You gotta be. I kind of, like Mr. Elephant, trying a bit too much to drink, like that. And then for the next part, he goes, which is just bending up. I think it's actually that's more of a step and a half. playing an oblique bend, I guess would it be I don't know if you call this an oblique bend, but you're playing 15 on the high E whilst that bend's ringing up. And then 13, 15 on the E, and then back to the bend. So again, there's that legato. And then for the final bit before the tapping part, 16 on the B, 15 on the G, 16 on the B, 15 on the high E, and then where does he go? Oh yeah, 15 on the B, and then little trill. Down to the 13 on the B. Start to bend that up, and then it goes. So same. This is all the same as what we played before, but it's an octave up. So it's 17 on the G. Little legato on there, and then you're bending the 15 up, and then it goes into the tapping leg.
Is there any other parts of that song?
Not that I know of. I still haven't learned the solo or anything for it, but I want to at some point. Right, shall we go little? Is that how the video ends? Is the video still going on? Boom, 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 boom. That's the